ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। No option to sit and do nothing according to chapter 3. You do what you have to do because you are part of a large yajna, whether you like it or not. Yajna here taken metaphorically. And in a way it's nice because most people suffer from a notion of alienation. I'm not connected to anything. Where do I belong? There is a longing to belong. And there is a feeling, where am I fitting in this whole situation? How do I contribute? Especially when I don't feel like contributing. That's another thing. I don't know how to contribute, and besides, I don't quite feel like contributing either because I'm not sure. But again, without contributing, the life feels purposeless. So I don't feel plugged into any cause, I don't feel plugged into any group or situation. So what to do? Become a rabble rouser, meaning some kind of a, how do you explain what is a rabble rouser? Causes mischief and gathers a few people, goes on strike. Was already on strike, but has a few people join him or her on strike. And that also is not satisfying. That is also not fulfilling. And so therefore, the discovery in the 3rd chapter that my life is not purposeless. There is already something that is planned. Let it take a few lifetimes to discover, doesn't matter. At least I am actively in the process of discovering it. And even though I am falling all over myself, I am making an attempt to plug into something. Even though it might be mistaken, doesn't matter. I am trying something. And my life is not purposeless. There is a reason why I have this body. There is a reason why I have this parentage. And when we look at the lives of saints, this becomes abundantly clear. Most saints that we revere in the tradition have had horrible childhoods, the worst forms. But what did they make of it? That is what we have to understand. How were they able to transform that pain? Pain is not unique to anybody. Everybody has their share of karmic pain. But how are we able to process that pain in order to become saintly? To become a saint is the crux, the culmination in this tradition, the highest achievement to be a living saint. In our tradition, you don't have to be ratified as a saint after 300 years after you die. Somebody gives a stamp saying this person was a saint. No. For us, it is while living. One understands why. Because one has processed that pain exactly through what is written in this chapter. Has been able to see that everything in my life is purposeful. Nothing is purposeless. My parentage has a purpose. And no matter how it is, it has a purpose. There is a reason why I was born in this family. That way there is no ideal family, really speaking. Ideal family doesn't exist. Maybe in Brahma Loka we have to go and see. If any of you go, write to me, okay, and tell me what it is like. So maybe you have to go to Brahma Loka to find out if there is something called a perfect parentage. There will not be. Everybody has the same kinds of things. And then if one is the eldest, one says, oh, I was an experiment. My parents did not know what they were doing. They tried all kinds of things with me. I was the guinea pig. They call it guinea pig. It's neither from Guinea nor is it a pig. It is some kind of a rat with fur on it and over which they conduct many experiments. So this eldest child is like a guinea pig. That's what the eldest one feels. I was so responsible. I had to babysit the younger ones when I was myself a baby. Oh, then maybe it is better to be the middle one. The middle one says, oh, that's terrible. Don't even think about the middle one. I have to mediate between the youngest and the eldest and everything, and then it is just terrible, not nice. Okay, I know. I should be the youngest one. The youngest one will also have issues. I never got to wear a new outfit ever. All, hand me down. Used pencils, used pencil box, used books, used clothes, used parents, because the parents had already been used up. And then at least with the eldest one, the parents were protective because they were new. They said, oh my God, this fellow fell off, this baby has fallen, what to do? Oh my God, is it okay? Take it to the doctor. And by the time the youngest comes along, the parents, even if the child falls from a height, nothing will happen. It's just a little head, that's all. Nothing, no problem. Nothing will happen. So the youngest can neither shock the parents nor impress the parents, because if any award the youngest one gets, the parents will say, yeah, your brother got it, your sister also got it. And so this way there is no ideal position in what is called the pecking order. It is the same everywhere, it is like this. Anywhere you go, same dynamic, same thing. So that means what? There is a purpose, there is a lesson here to learn. And when we look at the lives of saints, you look at any kind of charitra. Charitra means the life story of saints. You look at the charitra, you will find that their beginnings were humble and filled with difficulties, our Pujya Swamiji included. So then the chapter 3 tells us to be able to look at these difficulties as a stepping point to making them into blessings for whatever contribution is to come forth from us. To transform that pain and to make it into a blessing. Like the story of the crack pot that took the water up the hill, like that. And so everybody, niyatam kuru karmatvam, always you keep doing whatever you are meant to do, because it's a safe haven where you will not start doing what you are not meant to do. This is very, very important. Do what you are meant to do. And then the only exception is who? Jnanis. We saw 2 verses yesterday referring to the Jnani, 18th and 19th. There is nothing for them to achieve, and there is nothing for them to get rid of, and there is nothing for them to not do. There is nothing for them to do. Still we find Jnanis engaging in karma. Why? This is according to prarabdha. According to prarabdha. Some Jnanis can just sit in one village for the rest of their lives. Do nothing, just be. People recognize their knowledge, they come to see them, pay respects. Of course, somebody will bring food, somebody will give them clothes, somebody will give them money, they are not lacking for anything, but they don't stir out of that village. Prarabdha. And the other one does not stay in one place for more than 3 days. Prarabdha again. Some jnanis teach, some jnanis know, but they cannot teach or they will not teach. All kinds are there. This is all based on prarabdha. So now the text is going to talk about, even if you are a jnani, you can still do karma. Karma and knowledge are not opposed to one another. Gaining knowledge is what you do to let go of the ignorance in the heart. Self-ignorance. Self-ignorance is what makes you want this knowledge. But that is nothing to do with karma. Action neither produces knowledge nor does it prohibit the knowledge. In fact, as we have seen, action done with the spirit of growing up, inner maturity, is conducive to getting the knowledge. And so here, the next 2 verses will give examples from the Puranas and the Upanishads to show how the Jnanis the next verse will show that, how the Jnani is also engaged in action and did not really have any problem with becoming Jnanis. Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim Asthita janakadayah Lokasangrahamevapi Sampashyan kartumarhasi Janakadayah. Janaka, not Sita's father, but another very reputed King Janaka, who was very, very famous as a Jnani, continued to be king after gaining the Jnanam. Why? Because his prarabdha allowed that, and that's what was needed. So he continued to be a Jnani even after gaining the knowledge. And in fact, the sages would send their brahmacharis to the palace to study. And his teaching methods were very unique. So one brahmachari came and he said, I have come from such and such a guru to serve you. What can I do to study from you? So he called the 2 palace guards and asked this brahmachari to hold his hands out and they put a lamp in each one, a brass lamp, filled it to the brim with oil. And then he said, please take him for a tour of the palace. Huge palace, multiple floors, many rooms. And then the brahmachari was told not a drop of oil should be spilled while going on the tour of the palace. Brahmachari, being a very careful brahmachari, was just looking like this, from this hand to that hand, and very carefully climbed the stairs, very carefully went into the palace basement, very carefully toured all the rooms. And then finally heaved a sigh of relief, came back in front of the king after 3-4 hours and said, look, Rajan, oh king, I haven't spilled a single drop. Yay! What did the king say? Very good. Please describe what all are the pictures painted in the murals in room number 345. He said, what? You must be joking. No, I am not. What was there? He could not remember. He hadn't even seen to remember. It's not that he saw and he forgot. That's at least excusable, so many rooms. Then he asked another question. In room number 236, what did the stained glass relief on the windows, what kind of a story did they depict? Again he said, I haven't the faintest clue. Fail, you have failed, said Janaka. Go back again. Do not spill a drop and then go look at everything properly. Come back and tell me. This was the kind of teacher Janaka was. That is why here in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is talking about this Janaka. And Adipada, there need not be Adipada, but actually because Adi means etc. There is only one other example who was of a person who was able to do all the work in the world and also be a Jnani at the same time. Ashwapatihi. One's king or somebody called Ashwapatihi. Not much is known about this person. So Janaka and Ashwapati are the only examples really. And so, karmana eva, through action alone, some siddhim, liberation, don't take this literally, liberation. Asthita janakadayah, so these King Janaka, Ashwapati, they gained liberation through karma. Here we have to say karma yoga, we have to add yoga there. Through karma yoga, they gained the knowledge and continued to do karma freely even after becoming jnanis. Samsiddhim asthitaha janakadayah. And then, so therefore, sampashyan, seeing what? Lokasangraham eva api. What is lokasangraham? Lokasangraha means seeing that there is a need to protect the people. Samrakshanam, Loka Samrakshanam. There is a need to protect the people. People are looking for leadership. People are feeling like they need somebody to guide them. At the very least, people are looking for what? Role models. They are looking for role models, and so you definitely need to look at that and help the people out. You may not have anything to do with karma. You hate this war, yes. I still remember what all you said in chapter 1. Lord Krishna says, I still remember that you don't want to fight this war. This is very abhorrent to you, I know that. But seeing the people at least, you need to reconsider. For the protection of the people, you need to do something. Why? And that's going to be described in the next verse. यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते. Mark this as a very important verse in chapter 3, often quoted, very important, you'll see why. Shreshtha. Shreshtha means a leader, an exalted person in the society. Yad yad acharati. Yad yad means yatha yatha. In the manner in which she or he conducts their life. Yadyad acharati shreshtha tattadeva. In the same manner, itaro janaha. Other people also do that. Saha, that person, yat pramanam kurute. Whatever trend they start. Lokaha tat anuvartate. Everybody follows. See, such a timeless verse this is even now. One trend on TikTok. So there was some stupid challenge. Eat soap, This is what was the trend. And every dangerous trend. In America, you are getting some, what are they called? No, that was earlier. This one, later one. Pod. Tide pods. So pod means that soap was packaged because in the more developed the country, the lazier we get. We can't even scoop out the soap and put it in the machine. It's already scooped out and made into a biodegradable packet, which when it hits the water, it dissolves. And so it's like a pod. And so that these young teenagers were smelling, eating some kind of a thing. It became a trend. One person did it, everybody wanted to do it. Like these dangerous trends have been shut down by so many agencies, governmental agencies. And like this, small things become a huge trend. Everything goes viral these days. And like that it was on those days also. Oh, the king is growing a beard. Okay, we'll all grow beards. Everybody wanted to grow a beard. And same thing happens. Even in certain cults. Not in the parampara, not in the tradition, but in the cults, self-styled god people and their people. They will all look like the guru, try to look like their guru, because that is what they know. That they want to emulate the guru not only in what the guru knows, which is a good thing to emulate, but how the guru behaves, how they dress, what they eat, etc. Everything they want to do just like that. And so this has been a timeless thing. The lay people, the masses are helpless. They want guidance. They want somebody to handhold. They want somebody to follow. How come they can't become leaders? They can. But right now they have not probed into that yet. They are just more or less directionless, looking to see who can be inspiring. And in fact, when when Valmiki goes to Narada and asks him to tell him the Ramayana so that he can write it, he also asks the same question. This is how the Shatashloki Ramayana begins. Konvasmin sampratam loke gunavan kascha viryavan dharmagnyascha kritagnyascha satyavakyo dridhavratah. Like this it continues. Kaha asmin sampratam loke. Give me a role model in this contemporary world. I don't want to know of some great people who have died and gone. What am I going to do with them? They are not here. I want somebody right here, right now. Gunavan, Viryavan, Dharmajnaha, Kritajnaha, Satyavak, Dridavratah. All these are qualities of wonderful people. So who is the one who I can trust to tell the truth? Who knows dharma, who doesn't just follow dharma but also knows, so that if I have any problems and questions about dharma, I can go and ask the person. The one who knows how to show gratitude, kritagnyata, and the one who knows, the one when he or she decides something, sticks to that. I want somebody like that. Don't tell me about somebody in the future will be born. I don't care. In the past, we have so many examples. Look at these saints. I don't want all that. I want right now, in the Sampratam Loke, in the contemporary world, this is what people want. This is how the masses are led. The masses are not led directly by the Bhagavad Gita, but by people who have studied the Bhagavad Gita, hopefully. And Arjuna, if you don't lead them, he's going to say that. They will look up to Duryodhana as the leader. Oh, don't they have even this much viveka? How can they look up to Duryodhana? Because they are desperate. Desperate times call for desperate measures. They are helpless. They are desperate. And this is a thing in the world, regardless of the kind of leader it is. All kinds of leaders are there. Most of them are opportunistic. They see that there is a little niche, a little place to come out and then declare themselves a leader. Opportunistic. Either they want to make money fast or they want fame fast or something like that, they just go along with it. Those are dangerous. Then the other kind of leaders are idealistic, meaning they have some idea of how the world should run, not just society, the whole world, how it should run, they already have an idea. And they want to rope in people to bring their dream into a reality. Their dream, unfortunately, become a nightmare for people. 6 million Jews because of Hitler's idealism. Crazy and extremely dangerous. So this is who, and he will tell this later. But this is the idea behind this verse: is that if you don't step up, you are a leader. Even at least in your family, you have some qualities. Some people look up to you, and you have the ability to influence people, to inspire people. If even forget the word influence, you have the ability to inspire people. And if you don't do that, they will go seeking because they need to be inspired. So chances are that they will fall in the hands of somebody who is teaching world domination, who is teaching some wrong things. They will come under their spell. And so therefore, yadyat acharati shreshtha. However this person behaves, tattadeva itaro janaha. People follow because they are helpless. They haven't discovered their own capacities. Saha yat pramanam kurute. Whatever pramana we know the meaning of the word pramana. What is it? Means of knowledge. But here pramana means whatever they set out to do. You can even take it as pramana. Whatever they set out to do becomes a pramana for everybody else. In the olden times, if they wanted to convert a whole nation from one religion to another, all they had to do was convert the king. And everybody would just follow. Same thing happened in India also. After the Kalinga war, King Ashoka toured the battle-ridden landscape. Full rivers of blood were flowing. He sat there and wept. And he was so moved by Buddhism that he became a Buddhist. When he became a Buddhist, masses and masses of people followed. Why? Because they revered him. They respected him. He was a very good king, very great person. So everybody follows like this, and so it is till now. Whatever the king says becomes a means of knowing for everybody else, becomes the authority. Here pramana means authority, becomes the scriptures for many people, kings and leaders. So too it was with Mao. He said, forget all your gods, forget everything, read the red book every day. And the red book was all about how to, all about whatever communism, that's what was the red book was all about. So this way the red book attained the status of a scripture. Even the Bhagavad Gita has got already the status of a scripture. It is said that Mahatma Gandhiji used to, whenever he was in doubt, used to just open to a page and then lead his life according to that. That's what they say. So pramana is different for different people. Anything can become a pramana. Some people throw some coins. What is that called? I Ching. Some kind of a thing is there to make decisions. Or you pull out a tarot card and look at it. Whatever that is. So whatever the leader is doing, the idea is everybody follows. So what is unsaid in this verse is, Arjuna, you are looking at orange clothes, you are looking at beard, you are looking at a Rudraksha necklace, and then you are looking at Rishikesh. What's going to happen? All the armies, they are all going to shave their heads in your honor. And then they are all going to don Rudraksha malas. Every foot soldier, they look ridiculous because they are supposed to fight. And here they are donning Rudraksha malas. And they will, you go off, you leave this war and want to take sannyasa, you go away. And then what will happen? They will all come trotting behind you. Caricatures you will all become. And this is not the way to guide the people. They are ready for this war. You are not, that's a different thing, but you are not some foot soldier. You are here at the helm of the battlefield. People revere you, they respect you, they kiss the ground upon which you walk, and you have no privilege. See, the more we know, the fewer the choices. When we know more and more, the choices start to disappear. Now a satsang question will come. I like my choices, but I also love the knowledge how to know while retaining the choices. So, keep here, the more we know, the choices disappear. No choice, what is there? What is there to choose? The ignorant one, when we are ignorant, there are more and more things to choose from. Lots of choices are there. The more we know, the choices disappear. So too, Arjuna, you are in a very interesting situation. Your choices are affecting a lot of people. And then when these people, you take them to Rishikesh or wherever you are planning to go, Haridwar or somewhere northern bound you want to take sannyasa. Are these people ready for sannyasa? No. In fact, you yourself are not ready for sannyasa. You just want to go because when the going gets tough, what happens? The tough get going. That's how you are going. You have nothing here. And then you are leading everybody astray. I love how the morning and the evening classes just dovetail into one another. Andheneva niyamanaha yatha andhaha. Where did we study this? Morning class. Like the blind leading the blind. You yourself don't know what choices you are following. You are following choices that are inimical to you and to the rest of humanity. And then you are leading, okay, that if you want to just do whatever you want to spoil your life, go ahead. But your life is connected with all these thousands and thousands of people. And you lead them astray. They are not ready for sannyasa. And then you have pulled them out of the only karma they know what to do, they know how to fight. You have pulled them out of the army, they'll all be charged with dereliction of duty. They can't even go back and rejoin their jobs. What are you doing? You can't be so irresponsible. And so therefore, you have to look at this. All these unsaid things are there. That's why this verse is very, very important. So Arjuna is being told indirectly that his choices matter and he has to make the right choice because there is in fact no other choice. Next 4 verses, 22, 23, 24, next 3 verses, Lord Krishna is going to make himself an example. This is how we understand how to teach. Lord Krishna does not point the finger at Arjuna and say, idiot, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind? He makes himself the example to teach. And the beautiful way of sharing the methodology along with the knowledge. Next one. Na me parthasti kartavyam. Na me parthasti kartavyam. Trishu lokeshu kinchana. Trishu lokeshu kinchana. Nana bhaktam bhaktavyam. Nana bhaktam bhaktavyam. Varta eva cha karmani. Varta eva cha karmani. यदिह्यहं न वर्तेयम् यदिह्यहं न वर्तेयम् जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् संकरस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः Take my example, O Arjuna. Look at me, Lord Krishna says. Look at me. Name asti, he Partha, O Arjuna. Name asti kartavyam. I don't have any duties in the world. As Bhagavan, I don't have any duties in the world. Not just this world. Trishu lokeshu. In all the 3 worlds, bhuhu, bhuvaha, suvaha. In all the 3 worlds next to us, I don't have anything to do. There's nothing that I have to do. In fact, if you come to my house and look at the to-do list, there'll be nothing there. Blank. I have nothing to do. Why? This is a very big question. How come though everybody in the world has things to do, you don't have anything to do? Are you independently wealthy? Did your parents leave you a lot of money that you don't have things to do? How come you don't have things to do? Then why he doesn't have things to do is explained in the next line. Na anaptavyam. Na anaptam avaptavyam. Na means not. Anaptam, not gained. Aptavyam, to be gained. There is nothing in this world or in all three worlds that is not gained, which remains for me to be gained. What a thing to say. Can anybody say that? There is nothing in all three worlds. All 14 you can take. There is nothing in all 14 worlds to be gained for me that is not already gained. There is nothing ungained to be gained. There is nothing, no experience that I am after. Oh, I wish I could go rock climbing. That thing is not there. I wish I could go, what is that one? Bungee cord jumping. I tell you, next Janma spider. Yeah, that's what happens. So, bungee cord jumping. And then something else, what is that? No.
Hot air balloon.
This balloon, hot air balloon, just float around. All this I did not know. I learnt after going to Bahamas. I go there not for hot air balloon, okay? Yeah, I go there to teach. And then in the Shivananda ashram, and then there they have, when you go on a walk, you see suddenly all these hot air balloons. And suddenly you see, what is that? Paragliding. And then you catch something, the boat is going and you are going on the water skiing. Huh? Jet skiing. And then there is one line, and then you catch hold of it and come down. Zip lining, yes. The heart comes into the mouth even to think of half of these things. But that's what people need. People are alive when there is something thrilling happening. Otherwise there is a numbness. Boring. Something thrilling has to happen. Then one wakes up, one is in touch with oneself. But Lord Krishna says, been there, done that. In fact, I was the one who was the creator of all these things. I don't need to go on these rides. I have been there and done that. I am a fulfilled man. I am fulfilled. Because there is nothing that is not done that I care to do. There is nothing that is not gained that I want to gain. Such a person is called Kritakritya. Krityam sarvam kritam yena. Krityam, that which is to be done. Kritam is already done. By whom? That person. Yena means by whom. That person is called Kritakritya. Satisfied person. Contented person. A person with total vairagya to gain this, that or the other. That is something which is very, very nice here. The vairagya is not enforced. Oh, I have got to have vairagya, got to have vairagya. No, naturally comes. Everybody has vairagya towards a few things. The toy teddy bear you played with when you were 5. Let's say that you have preserved it and kept it nicely. Then you see your niece or nephew or a small child playing with it. What do? You just laugh and smile indulgently. You are happy that somebody else is playing with it. You don't say, that's mine, give it to me. You can't have it. You have got vairagya. That is one example of a natural vairagya. Vairagya is not about, we say letting go. I think we should add letting it drop. It's about naturally shedding, growing out of it rather than suppressing it. If you suppress the desire, then it will come out with a vengeance. You grow out of it by growing into Vedanta. When you grow into Vedanta, then the desires naturally just quieten down. And for Bhagavan, who is completely, fully knowledgeable, all knowledge, omniscient, including self-knowledge Bhagavan has, Name Parthasti Kartavyam, there is nothing to do. Tavya means to do, nothing to do, nothing that must be done. In all these three worlds, nothing is there that I desire that is not yet gained. But still, what do? Do you see me sitting idly? No. What am I doing now? I am driving your chariot, Arjuna. Even in this, and I am teaching you, I am doing a lot. I am not sitting idly here, I am driving your chariot, I am teaching you. While I am teaching you, I am looking on the lookout for all the things that are zipping, the arrows zipping. I may take the chariot to a safer place if need be. So, varte eva. Varte means I am still engaged. Where? In action. Seventh case, karmani. Varte eva cha karmani. I'm still, even though I don't have anything to do, look at all the things that I do. Look at all the demons that I have sent off packing. In fact, I have never had a day off, Lord Krishna says. Even as a baby, I was busy sucking the life force out of that Putana, sister or somebody of Kamsa, tyrant. As a young lad, I sent Kalia packing, the dangerous serpent that was eating up children. And I've done already so many things, and I continue to do things. Oh, you need to relax. Are you anxious, Krishna? Is that why you keep doing? Are you restless? He says, no. Yadi, because, yadi, in fact, because that aham navarteham, if I am not engaged, jatu at all times, karmani, in the work, in actions, tandritaha, engaged. If I am not engaged at all times in action, what will happen? Mama vartma, my path, vartman, path, like atman, and it declines like atma, atmano, atmanah, vartma, vartmano, vartmanah. So, mama vartma, my path, it's not a path, my example we can say. My example, anuvartante, they will follow who? Manushyaha, all the human beings, sarvashaha, in all ways, in all respects. They will all follow my actions. So if they see me just sitting hand on hand and just twiddling my thumbs, they will all say, oh, Krishna is taking it easy. I should also take it easy. I should also not do anything. If Krishna is not doing anything, why should I be engaged in action? Because they need leadership. They are not ready for moksha. They don't know what to do. They are afraid to do something because they are afraid of doing the wrong thing. Sometimes they don't even know how to distinguish between what is the right thing, what is the wrong thing. They do not know how to distinguish. And so they need help, they need guidance, they need role modeling. And if I am not providing all these things through these leelas, these are called leelas. Leela means as though actions, just for the fun of it. It becomes Krishna Leela, Devi Leela, Rama Leela. Because there is full self-knowledge and there is no desire. Still Krishna goes around stealing butter. Why? Leela. With full awareness, the butter is actually stolen for Loka Sangraha. Butter means it is churned and it is collected, result of action. Butter is karma phala, Krishna is eating up the papa that is stored in the house. That is it. Making one ready for self-knowledge. So like this, if I don't do anything, then they will all follow my lead. And the world will come into some kind of a anarchist rule of nobody knowing what to do. No leaders means what? Anarchy prevails. Anarchy means what? Chaos. There is nobody to guide, nobody to follow, nobody to help out. And so either everybody tries to become a leader or it plunges into some kind of a chaotic situations. Utsideyuhu. Utsideyuhu means becomes neglectful. Ime lokaha. These lokas, not the lokas, but the people in them. The people in them will become neglectful. Utsideyuhu ime lokaha. Na kuryam karma ched aham. If I don't do anything, na kuryam, if I don't do anything, ched, if, aham, I, na kuryam, karma, if I don't do karma, then utsideyuhu ime lokaha. They will all become fed up, tired, neglectful, lazy. And then what? I will be the cause of Sankara, not Shankara, okay? Sankara. We saw this word where? First chapter. What does it mean? Dare I ask? Will I be disappointed? Huh? Very good. Mix up, confusion, Sankara. Sankarasya kartasyam. If I don't do anything, I will be the initiator of confusion in society. People won't know what to do, what not to do, and then people won't know how to live their lives. They will all become neglectful, lazy. They won't even brush their teeth or comb their hair. And they will live this kind of a life. They'll all become slothful and inattentive to what is needing to be done. And the society, how it is supposed to progress, that progress will not take place. How is it supposed to progress? That's already there. It is built into the manifestation. Everything is built into the manifestations. When the dinosaurs will go was already built into the manifestation. They all died away, leaving a few eggs and bones, and then we were brought in. The human life came to be able to discover those dinosaur eggs, dinosaur fossils, dinosaur bones, dinosaur footprint, and piece them together and say, oh, these were these majestic creatures who walked the earth, T-Rex and all these names we have. It was then we are here as human beings, and then what? Maybe there will be another species, new one that is discovered, or maybe the old one will die away. Who knows? It's all built into the thing. But there is also human free will. We are the co-creators of this universe. Along with Bhagavan, we are the co-creators. This is the only tradition where it is not told that you are a creature of God. Even though we say, Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva, you are my mother, you are my father, we say that, but it is metaphorical. Body created by God, mind created by God, senses created by Bhagavan, but the indweller I is Bhagavan itself. It's not a product of creation. So therefore there is free will. Therefore we say Jiva is Ishvara with a dunce cap. That's all. Wearing a cap saying I don't know. Jiva is Ishvara, none other than Ishvara. And so therefore this Jiva has free will, total free will. And using the free will make certain decisions, especially if there is no modeling, if there is no role modeling. Modeling, don't think, people walking, what is that? Cat walk and all that, don't think. Yeah. Role modeling. There is nobody showing me how to be, and then everybody in the world feels abandoned, parentless, anatha. And so therefore what will happen is, whatever they are not supposed to do, they will do, and they will put a spoke in the wheel of this chakra, which was talked about earlier. Evam pravartitam chakram na anuvartayati yah aghayuhu indriyaramah mogham partha sajivati. We saw that yesterday. So this chakra, the ones who don't follow whatever is there, they go away, they are supposed to do something. Not only do they withdraw what they are doing, they do wrong things. And as a result, they come under the spell of papa. Their whole life is what? Papa. Aghayuhu. Aghameva ayuhu yasya. Whole life is nothing but papa. And then their life is wasted, and there is a disturbance in the equilibrium of the Jagat, that is Bhagavan. You have no right to disturb, because you didn't make this Jagat. You have no right to disturb, and you have no other choice but to play the role. This one, Shakespeare said this in a certain way. All the world is a stage. Men and women are but actors. It's all impromptu. Nobody gives the script. Sometimes people forget their lines. They forget to say thank you. They forget to say please. They forget to say, you really helped me out. I'm happy with what you did. I appreciate you, they forget to say. Sometimes you have to supply their lines for them, without judgment, without rancor, without resentment. Sometimes you forget your lines, somebody helps you out. There's no choice. Here it's a stage. And the roles we have to play. And if you say, I'm not going to play the role, it's like coming to some football game and saying, I don't like the game because I'm losing, so I'm going to take the ball and go home. You have no right to disrupt the game. And so here, your ways are threatening to cause a severe disruption. And if you don't right your ways, it is going to be a travesty. This war is going to be a travesty. And so this is how he gives his own example. He says, nothing for me to achieve. But if I don't do something here, if I don't keep engaging in action, everybody will take the wrong meaning. Sankarasya kartasyam upahanyam. I will hunt, to kill, upahanyam. While being near the people, I will kill them right in front of me. They are as good as dead. Who are they? Imaha prajaha, my subjects. Because even as a role, Lord Krishna was a king of Dwaraka, and so he could be talking in that capacity as well. So upahanyam imah prajaha, knowingly I will be destroying my own people. Sattah karmanya vidvamsah. Yatha kurvanti bharata. Kuryat vidvams tatha sattah. Chikirshu loka sangraham. Yeah. Chikirshu means, first let's see what is chikirsha. Rhymes with mumuksha, jignasa, chikirsha, san suffix, desiderative. Moktumicha mumuksha, desire to be free. Jnatumicha, desire to know. Jignasa. Bodhumicha bubhutsa. Bhoktumicha bubhuksha. Don't get confused between the two. Desire to eat, bubhuksha. Desire to know, bubhutsa. There's all these duplication, that's why it is like that. The sun, and earlier we saw in the morning class, Janghanyamanaha, young, not Y-O-U-N-G, okay? That's another pratyaya that takes this frequentative, intensive, that takes this duplication. Kartumicha, chikirsha. Why not kikirsha? Kartumicha, it starts with ka. There is a rule there. The ka becomes cha by some magic. And so kartumicha chikirsha. Kartumichuhu. Kartumicha means the desire to do is called chikirsha. The one who has the desire to do is called chikirshu. Chikirshu. Chikirshu means the one who has the desire to do. Chikirshuhu lokasangraham. So become the one who is a chikirshu. Be the one to whom this job is pleasant. The one who desires to do this job. Bring out that desire in you. After hearing all these stories, I have given you examples from Janaka, I have given you examples from Ashwapati, I have given you examples from my own life, made it up close and personal. What are you waiting for? How the sages and the vidwans, the people of knowledge, continue to set a example in the world by doing what was needing to be done. Follow that and you also do the same. Will Arjuna listen? Let us see what he does tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.